to TV 20, where we are at the Estabrook Recreation Pool for the 2022 Winter Swim Championships. Hi, I'm Tim Wells, and my special guest announcer, Brittany. Again, Brittany Moore. First of all, I know that we have some real good swimmers in this meet. You've seen them, you've watched them in the district. What do we have to look forward to?
Oh, here we definitely get to see a lot of different kids and from different rec centers, different skill levels, all different ages. And they really are showing today, they're getting to showcase their skills. And I've seen a lot of these kids, not even just from my team, but from other teams through the years. The improvement that they have all had is amazing. And just getting to see that and getting to see their smiles and the competition between these kids, it's going to be magical.
And obviously, before we begin, we want to take a look at we'll start with the timers and our starters and all that. So first of all, looking at the timers, in lane number 1 will be Engancio Laquay. In lane 2, Ariel Webb. In lane 3, Jose Pagan. In lane 4, Jackie McGee. In lane 5, Nicole Christian. In lane 6, LeBron Sanford. Our head timer is Tabitha Johnson from Thurgood Marshall. A pretty good group of timers, as you can see them right there from left to right. They'll have the responsibilities to get it right as they come in. And obviously, when we're looking at our starter, she'll have the bullhorn today because we'll need that noise. And we'll be cueing her when to start. And that is April Kenny. She's from Fairfax Recreation Center. And we have Naheem at the clerk's table. And again, we'll be giving out some awards. We'll have recall rope, and we'll give you all those. But first, tell us a little bit about the individual medley event, which we're getting ready to do right now.
So the individual medley event starts with the 11, 12-year-olds, and it is showcasing one length of the pool of each swim stroke. So it starts out with the butterfly event, and they swim butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. And so it's just down butterfly, hit a 2-hand touch, backstroke, breaststroke, free, and that's all age groups swim that same race.
So they're all going to go all those lengths. Okay.
Yep, one length of each.
Okay, so we got some strong swimmers. First of all, starting off in our first event in the individual medley, it'll be the boys 11 and 12. In lane number 1 is Iviska Hanley. In lane 2, Anderson Feliciano. In lane 3, Naima Hamid. In lane 4, Gregory Antarico. In lane 5, Aaron Valuge. In lane 6, Rodney Brown.
We're seeing the butterfly, which has a dolphin kick with a 2-arm pull. And as they come into the wall, what we're looking for is 2-hand touches, meaning they touch the wall with both hands. That was a beautiful 2-hand touch. And then once we move into our backstroke, they're coming all the way down. Ooh, we got a good one coming. We have Gregory in lane 4s pulling through with the backstroke. It really comes down to the arm pull and who can really pull some water, push the water to their feet, which propels their body.
Well, let me be the first one to question. I noticed that most of the time we've done swim meets, we always start out with the individual medley. Is that because they're the most rested at that point?
It may be. It may be, because this is one of the more tedious events, one of the longer events. And it does. It can be very tiring. I know during practices, my kids hate running them. They hate doing them, but it makes them better. Again, on a breaststroke, like we just saw there, you also look for a 2-hand touch.
And you definitely see in the freestyle, and it looks like it's lane number 3.
That's looking like lane number 4 coming in first. Gregory Underko from Gunning.
And again, he came in at 148 to get here. The guy right behind him is at 146. And in lane number 2, it's Anderson Feliciano.
Yes. Beautiful. That was beautiful, boys. And then we have everyone else coming in, finishing out strong.
And obviously, you know, we've always known for a fact that the freestyle event is the one they love to do.
Yes.
Everybody's most comfortable with it.
Good job, boys. Yes, freestyle tends to be one of the first strokes they learn. It's one of the more simpler strokes. So we'll see a lot of those coming in today.
And there you are, TV 20 coming in your house with this thing. And you look at some of the replay here.
Yes, we're seeing some really strong dolphin kicks, which is our kicks together. It's almost like a mermaid kick. But it is those arms coming out. That was a beautiful two-hand touch we're seeing here from Naeem with a strong push off into the backstroke. Beautiful, beautiful.
You gotta love the reach, man. You
Yes.
can see it.
It's the reach, and we always teach them to swim with those hands closed so they scoop the water. Good job, good job.
In our next event, in the girls 11 and 12, in lane number 2, from Glenville, Kenya Brooks. In lane 3, from Gunning, Emma Popa. And in lane 4, from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. Girls 11 and 12, individual medley.
Again, these girls with the beautiful butterfly kicks.
You know what's amazing is these kids start in September in their pools, and then they come down and go through the competition and come down to these top 36 swimmers.
Yes, yes.
What an amazing feat. And
Yes.
folks, we've seen their times coming here, and there's some ones that are going to be very close.
These, looking at the times from this year, I definitely will say these races are so close. Our breaststroke with a frog kick and a nice, beautiful pull.
That name sounds familiar. Emma Popa from Menlo Park Academy. She's in lane number 3 leading this with a merit roll student. How many years has she swam over at Gunning?
Emma's been on the team about 4 or 5 years. She's maybe a little bit longer, but she's been swimming since she was pretty young. And so that's the beauty of this whole thing, is getting to see these kids starting out at 10 and under and growing into this and growing and becoming stronger and faster. That's what makes this so much fun.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
So Emma Popa is our winner. She'll finish second.
Olivia Suarez coming in second, yes.
And Kenya Brooks.
Coming in, she's finishing in as strong as she is. We got this. This is beautiful.
And I've seen this numerous times when kids don't have their best day. Everybody's encouraging them to finish.
Yes.
Come and finish.
No matter the team, we always cheer for everybody because it's hard, but it's rewarding. Beautiful ladies.
You know, we mentioned about the timers earlier. I definitely would like to mention the other people that are working here today. Again, we have Damian Jones, our runner. Alicia Suarez, she's the scorekeeper. So if the score ain't right, see her. In the lifeguards in the chair, Daryl Black, Carissa Hall. Our recall people, Deborah Horton and Damon Fletcher. And I'm praying that we don't use that rope too often where we gotta get a recall, but you'll see that when the rope is set up in the next rate, we'll try to get a shot and show you that. Again, Tamika Johnson is our seat coordinator. And again, our clerk's table, Naheem Hamid, and our aquatics manager. By the way, I would like everyone to know that as Delise Wood, where is she? The one in the blue, would you raise your hand, Delise? I'll give you the inside scoop, folks. Her birthday's next week. Happy birthday, Delise. So in our next event, it will be the boys, 13-14 in the individual medley. In lane number 3 from Gunning Park, Kawana Meredith. And in lane 4 from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor.
There's some beautiful, like I'm saying, some really strong, powerful kicks. We're starting to get into a little bit of the older kids now. So most of these kids have been swimming since they were younger. So we're going to see some really impressive swim. Oh, this is close, 2 hands, beautiful push off. Comes into these kicks. When it comes down to your backstroke, it's the kicks in the pool. If we can pull strong, we'll be good. Good. That was a strong backstroke. We're moving into our breaststrokes.
You know, I can remember, you talk about the different strokes, and we'll talk about more when we get to the backstroke. But I've always wondered, and I remember taking my Gudson years ago over to Joyce at Cadell. And he backstroke, he loved it. Front stroke, why?
It's a lot of kids like it for the fact that their faces are out the water. They don't have to worry about the breathing, their faces out. So if they like to float on their back, it seems to be their stroke. Some people, that's just their thing. It's one of the few or the first strokes that we tend to teach because of it being simpler. And we've got Kawani Meredith coming in first. Beautiful. Good job, boys. Good job.
Again, you can see these two swimmers, and you mentioned it, because of their ages and a little bit more experience, they're a lot stronger, and you can see it right here.
Oh, yeah. We see the strong starts and the kicks, and if you see how Deshaun came in, he didn't break the surface and start swimming right away in that dive. He started with a streamlined position and some dolphin kicks. That sets him up very powerfully to continue in the stroke. You can see our wonderful 2-hand touches there. Once they touch that wall, they have to push off the wall, put their feet on, push off, and just keep on pushing to the next stroke.
And again, you are looking at the 2022 Winter Swim Championships from the Division of Recreation.
Good finish there.
That's Kawani Meredith, again out of Gunning, an urban community, 13 years old, loves basketball. And again, Deshaun Taylor, 14 years old, remote learning, and obviously likes swimming.
Yes.
A great group. So in our next event, it'll be 13-14 girls. In our next event, it'll be the 13-14 girls. In lane number 3, from Gunning, Alicia Popa. In lane number 4, from Gunning, Miriam Escobar.
Beautiful start. Both of these ladies have very strong butterflies. We see the strong double kicks with the one arm pull. Their bodies are really coming out the water on those kicks. Good push off. Both of these girls work so hard in practices. They both push each other. They're their own competition.
Well, I know you see them in your pool probably every day.
As much as they show up, yes. They're there all the time practicing, and they, like I said, they like to push each other, which is, it's a wonderful thing. And they're also really good friends, but also competition.
And obviously, coming here today has to be amazing for them to finish 1 and 2
Yes.
in the entire city.
It's something that they both truly appreciate.
Well, I know one thing. Ain't no way I would have made the individual medley in my young days. When did they come up with this one?
I don't know. When I used to swim when I was a kid, I always swam it. Didn't like it much, but it was fun. I think it was satisfying when we got to finish.
So in lane 3, it was
Alicia
Popa from Magnificat, a merit roll student. She's always given the extra effort, a 14-year-old young lady. Wow.
Beautiful.
And finishing second was Miriam Escobar. Again, attends Albert Einstein, a honor roll student. And if you wouldn't have believed it, folks, their favorite sport is definitely swimming.
If it's not obvious, yes. You see those bodies coming out. They're bringing their chest line out of the water. That is the sign of a strong butterfly kick. Yes. Good work, ladies.
In our next event, it is the boys 15 and 18 and the girls 15 and 18. Again, they will be crowned city champions in this event. We'll start with the boy that'll be in the lane number 3, Kanaya Hanley from Gunning. And in lane number 4 from Gunning, Angel Sugar. Congratulations, and let's show them what you can do.
Yes, yes, yes. You're going to see some beautiful swimming from both of these teenagers today, both of which who have been swimming for quite a long time.
I'll tell you what,
Make it look so easy, huh, Tim?
I guarantee it. I can tell you right now, I know you, and I know doggone well you're going to be trying to train these young two to become lifeguards for the summer.
I think actually both of them have been lifeguards. Angel was working. She's been a lifeguard. Kanaya as well.
Oh, my Lord. We're a step ahead of us already.
Oh, yes.
Well, we better get the ones from the first one, the 13, 14,
Oh,
because they were pretty good, too.
They're next. They are next.
And we're going to talk about that. Folks at home, we're going to be passing on about a lot of free recreation programs that are taking place. Wow. What a time. Unbelievable.
Yes.
I can see why. 17 years old, the honor roll student, and he will be the city champion in individual medley.
Yes, yes.
And Angel Sugar bringing it home now for the girls.
Angel, who has been swimming since she could walk almost.
Again, from Brooklyn High School. She's probably one of the most friendliest kids you'd ever see. 16 years old.
Very friendly, very talkative. We love it.
Congratulations to both of them.
Good job.
You know, obviously, when we talk about the 2000, and you look at them right here on their start.
You see those underwater dolphin kicks really push them forward and give them that head start.
And again, every child that swims here today and finishes first, second, or third will be given their medals today, and we'll be recognizing them as we go through the day. Once they get the medals set up, they'll let us know. But our next event, and before we do that, let's talk a little bit about, Brittany, this is the one that they all love, the freestyle event. Tell us a little bit about the freestyle.
So freestyle, most of the events are done. They swim the front crawl, which we kind of saw a little bit in the individual medley, but it is a forward motion with a flutter kick, which is one leg doing one motion, an up and down kick, and the heels typically are breaking the water, and the arms, it's kind of like we see them reaching and grabbing the water and pushing it behind them with those closed hands that propels their body forward. Usually, like I was saying earlier, usually this is the easiest one, or one of the first ones they learn, because it is one of the more simple strokes, as we'll see today. We'll see some amazing swimming today. But these ones, these are little 10 and under boys.
Now wait a minute. Hold it. Freestyle. We're not making them go 2 lengths.
Oh, no, not the little ones. 10 and under, they just get to swim 25 yards. They just swim down and then they are done.
I'm looking at that young man in lane 6 right now. I'll tell you, if he's not more, I'm going to say, okay, 4 foot maybe, I'm going to give a benefit of the doubt.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Feliciano, what a tremendous kid.
Him and Christopher over here in lane 1, they have just learned how to swim. So they're definitely, they're learning. We're starting them out young.
In our next event, it is the freestyle, boys 10 and under. In lane number 1 from Gunning, Christopher Aceves. In lane number 2, Ali Latoy. In lane number 3, Adam from Thurgood Marshall, Matugala. In lane number 4 from Gunning, Chase Suarez. In lane number 5 from Michael Zone, Caden Lynch. And in lane number 6 from Gunning, Edward Feliciano.
Good luck, boys. Seem like we have Adam pulling a little in the front, but Chase is not too far behind. And Ali is not too far either. It really comes down to the pushing and the pulling, and there we go. That's beautiful. Good job, boys.
And I love the fact that these kids that are starting at such a young age,
Yes.
those lifeguards take good care of them. They watch them all the way through, encourage them to get there.
Yes, we have some kids like we see they may not be the fastest, but they're putting their heart into it, and
That's what it's all about.
that is definitely.
That's what it's all about.
I can tell you the first time I saw Edward over there swimming in lane 6, the first time he swam the whole length of the pool, did it with a big smile on his face.
And they're encouraging him. He's
Yes.
gonna make it.
He's almost
He's
there.
gonna make it.
Christopher in lane 1 is almost there. Edward's finished up. See those arms coming out, and there we
They
go.
did it!
Good job,
Hey,
boys.
Christopher! So again, as they finish there, again, they're going to get them set again for the girls, and again, they'll go one length.
Yes, 10 and unders, just one length of the pool.
So start with the in the next event. It is the girls 10 and under in the freestyle. In lane number 2 from Gunning, Melanie Aceves. In lane 3 from Glenville, Jalea Walker. In lane 4 from Thurgood Marshall, Lozria McDuffie. And in lane 5 from Thurgood Marshall, Zuri Brown.
Yes, these girls are off. This is wonderful. You see the kicking. We've got some young ones in here. We have a 6-year-old Zuri in lane 5. He's only 6. Beautiful finish, ladies. Beautiful.
You know, the one thing that we haven't talked about, obviously, when you look at the officials for this swim meet, I guess when you're looking at officials, I'm looking at that head timer has to make some calls.
Yes, so the head timer starts when the whistle's blown and finishes when the first place comes in and compares her time to the first place time, just for verification.
And then obviously the timers are basically it. If somebody is doing the wrong stroke and they disqualify them, who's that responsibility?
So that's looking like that is they're the stroke judges. I know Delise was running doing that, and maybe.
We'll see if we can find that out for you folks.
Yeah, they watch both ends of the pool, and they are looking at to make sure the 2 hands are being touched, the kicks are they're using the correct kicks.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody disqualified those little kids for whatever it was, I want to see them. We're not doing that today.
For the little bitty ones, yeah.
You better believe it. So in our next event, it is the boys 11 and 12 in the freestyle. In lane number 1 from Thurgood Marshall, Rodney Brown Jr. In lane number 2 from Gunning, Aran Valouz. In lane 3 from Thurgood Marshall, Naima Hamid. In lane 4 from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. In lane number 5 from Gunning, Gregory Andacor. And in lane 6 from Gunning, Avisha Hanley.
Now, Tim, we see these are 11, 12. These ones have moved into doing a 50, which means they're swimming down and back. And if you look at the times from the district meet, when they qualified them to get here, this race is really close. We see Naeem just did a flip turn there. Sometimes a flip turn makes the difference versus an open turn. Oh, this one's coming in close. It's looking good.
This is coming down to the wire here.
Oh, for
and it looks
sure.
like Naeem Hamid.
Yes. And then we had Anderson coming in second and Aryan in third.
Wow.
That was so good.
I'll tell you, if I was the head timer and they were coming in like this, I would pray.
That's
Somebody get there clearly.
some pressure on them. Yes, yes.
Don't be bang bang, so I have to figure this out. But if that happens, how do they decide? Do they get all their clocks together or what?
They usually take the head timer's time over if it's shorter, they take the head timer's time because the head timer may have a different view. As we see, she tends to stand on the side and can see a sideways view, so it's a clearer view on who touches the wall first.
Oh, that poor head timer.
That's some work.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be in them shoes because the closest they get, the tougher it gets. And again, when we were talking about different things that are coming up, obviously we're going to take one split second here to talk about, folks, again, this is a great opportunity if you know anyone that would love to become summer lifeguards, want to get trained in lifeguard training. We are now starting lifeguard training classes. In the month of January, we're going to be at Gunning Park Recreation, Collinwood, Glenville, Fairfax, Earl B. Turner, Frederick Douglass. And in February, it'll be Michael Zone, Thurgood Marshall, and Hamilton. Again, these are opportunities for them to get trained. They do the other things that are required, and you're basically into a summer job working in during the summer.
Yeah, it's we started at 15 years old, and there's some swimming requirements that they get to do. They got to swim a certain distance of the pool, 300 yards of the pool between breaststroke and freestyle. There's some treading water requirements, and they have to be able to swim with a 10-pound object down the pool, and that gets them into the class, and we give them all of the equipment and all the tools they need to learn all the skills, and then they're able to be, if they pass, certified lifeguards.
Wow, it's that simple.
It's that simple.
In our next event, in the 11 and 12 freestyle girls, in lane number 1 from Glenville, Kiana Brooks. In lane number 2 from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. In lane number 3 from Gunning, Emma Popa. And in lane 4 from Fairfax, Talia Kenny. And in lane 5 from Glenville, Najma Steele.
Some good starts there. We see our dives. Nice open turn there. She grabs the wall, pushes off, and keeps going. Oh, it's coming in close between lane 3 and lane 4. It really comes down to who can kick and pull. Put some power in those kicks.
Lane 3, lane 4.
Lane 3, Emma Popa, and lane 4, Talia Kenny. Good job, ladies.
I'll tell you what, that finish for third spot was pretty tight. I don't know if it was 2 or 5 that came in there, but they were both very, very close.
We see these dives, and they're off.
Hopefully we can pick it up here on the replay. Them 2 that finished, we'll see if we got it. Again, you're looking at 2 outstanding strong swimmers in 3 and 4.
Yes, all of them are doing so well so far today.
Talia Kenny and Emma Popa, if I have it right, or
yes.
is it Olivia? Yeah, Olivia.
Emma Popa.
Okay. And here, right there.
Yeah.
Who was that? I thought it was over in 2. I think I have it going right way. I thought it was in 2. Olivia Suarez finished 3rd, if I have it right. And again, you're talking about the 2022 Winter Swim Championships from Estabrook Pool. And again, you can hear the kids cheering each other on. The noise is up. They are excited to get ready to go. In our next event, this is the 13-14 boys.
50.
In lane number 2 from Gunning, Brandon Aceves. In lane number 3 from Gunning, Kawani Meredith. In lane number 4 from Glenville, Amadi Steele. And in lane 5 from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor.
This is gonna be a good one. Again, this is the 13-14 boys. 13-14, they still swim 50 yards, so they are swimming down and back. So anything could happen in a 50.
Wow, here it comes.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Here they come. Oh, my. Who's going to come in here? It's 3 and 4, neck and neck.
Deshaun's not too far behind him.
Oh!
Let's see. It looked like Kawani got it just by a touch. That wonderful. That was exciting.
And again, you see there, they enter the pool. And we saw the times coming in, you know. And again, you're talking 42.62 to 43.09.
Yeah, that's
we knew coming in it was going to be tight.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations as you're seeing them come in here, right here. There it is, 3. And there it is, 4. And again, number 5, which is, or number 3, which is Deshaun Taylor. So
yes.
Kawani Meredith from Urban Community School, 13 years old. Amadi Steeler from Glenville goes to Wilson Middle School. He loves Muni football and swimming and a competitor. And Deshaun Taylor from Thurgood Marshall, the 14-year-old with remote learning classes. So that's pretty amazing. All three of them, what an outstanding
Yes.
job here today. In our next event, it is the girls 13 to 14 in the freestyle. In lane number 2 from Fairfax, Shandon Miller. In lane 3 from Gunning, Elisa Popa. And in lane 4 from Gunning, Miriam Escobar.
This is going to be a good one as well. These girls they're pushing it. They're really close. Like I said, they also are swimming a 50, so it really comes down to that second lap of the pool. We got to see there from Elisa, that was a flip turn, a beautifully executed flip turn. And sometimes that makes the difference. It gives them a push. Their momentum is going.
Wow.
Wonderfully executed, ladies.
So again, in lane 3 is first. In lane 4 was second.
Yes.
And in lane 2 was third.
You could really see, looking at it, those kicks underwater propel them forward and give them that boost that they need to start. Saw 2 beautifully executed flip turns there. And Elisa bringing it in.
Again, Elisa Popa. This is another win for her, again, from Magnificat, 14-year-old merit roll student. And Miriam Escobar, the 13-year-old from Albert Einstein, honor roll student. Both competing here today, and rounding it out was Shandon Miller from Fairfax.
Yes.
With an excellent time in the districts. She's a 13-year-old from St. Adelbert that did an outstanding job here today. In our next event, it'll be the boys 15 to 18 in the freestyle. In lane number 3 from Gunning, Kanaya Hanley. And in lane 4 from Glenville, Brandon Jones.
We see the boys are off to a good start. In the 15-18 event, they swim 100 yards of the pool, which is 4 lengths. So we're going to see they're pacing themselves beautifully right now, because that's a lot to swim. They swim 4 times, Tim. Some good flip turns and a nice open turn. See them, they're pacing themselves, because like I said, this is a lot. Once the kids get to 15, they swim. They're really showcasing now.
And I know you're going to tell me they definitely are going to be lifeguards, or they already are.
Usually by this time, if they didn't just turn 15, usually we try and get them as lifeguards. Once they're at 15, we usually get them in there. Good job, fellas. That was beautiful. Good job.
So again, the winner in lane number 3, Hannah Hanley from Gunning, honor roll student. And also Brandon Jones from Glenville, the runner-up. And he's 16 years old, and not only does he like swimming, but he also is a pretty good volleyball player.
Oh, wow. Volleyball's fun.
That's a surprise. In the next event, it is the girls 15 to 18. In lane number 3, from Glenville, Malia Bell. And in lane 4 from Gunning, Angel Sugar. Oh boy, they hit that.
And they're off.
They hit that at the same time. This is going to be a nail bite. I can feel it already in my bones.
Oh yeah, for sure. Their times, even at districts, their times were pretty close, only within a few seconds of each other. So it really is going to come down to who wants it. And again, these are the older kids, the 15, 17-year-olds. They're swimming 4 lengths of the pool.
Now this is Glenville in lane 3, Malia Bell. Four lengths. Oh
Yes.
my Lord, in the name of the Father.
That it can be a lot, but like I said, it comes down to who wants it, who's gonna push forward.
Well, you gotta be in great condition to do this.
It's where practices and the rec centers come in. Oh, we're about heading into the last leg of the race. You see Angel's executing her flip turns. Uh-oh, it may come down. It's coming close. It's getting close. We're coming in.
Oh, it's
What's
gonna be a
happen?
nail biter. Here we go. Oh man!
Oh, that one's close. I don't know.
Somebody had to earn that one. Someone.
Oh, that was good.
Sir, did you see who won it? Sir, did you see who won it? Who won that race right there? Did you see? Was it what?
Lane 3.
Well, we're going to look at the replay right here. We'll see if you got it right.
That one was
This one was
fun.
that close.
They pace themselves and then that last little bit get explosive. It was exciting. That's what we love to see.
Look at this. Now you see the distance here, and then she came all the way back. We're going to get a look at the finish here. You tell us at home. You tell us who wins this right here.
Oh, that was...
The one at the top of your screen is lane 3. That's Malia Bell from Glenville. And next to her in lane 4 is Angel Sugar. We'll take it, look at it one more time. You tell us at home. Who wins this race right here?
Oh, that looks like Malia may have had it by a touch.
I think Malia Bell beat it by a split second. Wow.
That was exciting. That was exciting.
The 16-year-old from Cornerstone School that's over at Glenville Pool will grab the championship in the freestyle event. And runner-up from Gunning, who attends Brooklyn High, the 16-year-old as well. Angel Sugar will be the runner-up.
Yes, that was a good race, ladies. Very good.
Oh, I'm telling you, my heart can't take this anymore.
For sure, that was exciting.
So obviously, we're getting ready to go to our next event, and obviously now, folks, we're going to go into some of these. There's 6 teams, 27 swimmers that are in the breaststroke. Let's talk a little bit about the breaststroke event and what's all involved with the breaststroke.
So in the breaststroke, we tend to look for the pull, a breathe, kick, glide. That's kind of the flow of how the stroke goes. They get one pull underwater, which pulls their head up, which is their breathe, and then they kick and they glide. The swimmers must break the pool surface after the glide, so that's they're breathing every time they pull their arms. During their kicking off the wall, they're allowed to butterfly kick coming off the wall and onto their dive. But as soon as they break that surface of the water, we must see that breaststroke kick. The kicking is pushing the water behind them, which is propelling them forward to glide. And like I've said before, these mandatory two-hand touches on each end, meaning those hands must touch the wall at the same time.
And I'll tell you what, I've seen this breaststroke over and over again every year. And doggone it if they don't penalize those kids for hitting two hands at the same time.
Yes.
Not 1, 2. It would take me forever to keep remembering. I went all the way the length of the pool, and now I hit 1, 2.
Well, when you're doing the arms, they're coming in at the same time and they're going out at the same time. So as long as the stroke is being executed correctly, it's pretty simple to touch at the same time. But this is one of the more complicated strokes.
In our next event, it is the breaststroke event. Boys 10 and under. In lane number 2, from Michael Zone, Caden Lynch. In lane 3, from Thurgood Marshall, Adam Matugala. In lane 4, from Gunning, Chase Suarez. And in lane 5, from Estabrook, Ali Latoy.
Now, again, these are the 10 and under, so they only have to swim one length of the pool. And we see the nice pull, breathe, kick, and glides from these boys. Yes. We're coming in. Let's check our two hands. Good. Touch with those two hands on the wall. Wonderful, boys. Good job.
Now, they're going one length because of their age group.
Yes.
With the other age groups, will they go two lengths?
Yes. So in all of the events, 10 and under swims just one length of the pool. And 13, 14, and 11, 12-year-olds, they all swim two lengths of the pool. And then our big kids, our 15 to 17, swims 4, except in butterfly, and we'll get there soon. We've got some really good glides. Adam's got a really good glide on that breaststroke.
In our next event in the breaststroke, 10 and under girls. In lane 3, from Glenville, Jaleel Walker. In lane 4, from Gunning, Melanie Aceves. And in lane 5, from Thurgood Marshall, Zuri Brown.
You see these girls, they're off. We've got some good glides from the little ones.
The awards, are we doing them here or down there? We do them down here. Okay, we got to get them ready right after this race.
Good, ladies. We see some really good pools with our little 10 and under girls.
I want to do them before they go.
Good job, ladies. Good job. That was fun.
I'll tell you what, anytime you watch these kids swim, your heart just got to be like unbelievable.
Yes, especially that they're learning how to swim. The little ones are just learning and they're getting better each and every day, every practice that they're in. I see them get better. Every meet I see them, they get better. Good job, ladies. Good work. Beautiful two-hand touches.
Yeah. Well, folks, stay with us because when we come back, we will have our city champions in the individual medley.
Would you like to stay involved in America's favorite pastime game? If you love the sport of baseball and have some free time, then say yes to umpiring. There's a shortage of umpires in the Cleveland area, which means plenty of opportunity to work baseball and softball games in the Cleveland recreational leagues this summer. Training classes will start in February. To get the best seat in the house and earn additional income, contact Colin Robertson, President of the Greater Cleveland Umpires Association at 216-314-5594 or email CROBERTN50@gmail.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
Welcome back to Estabrook Pool, where you've been watching the 2022 Winter Swim Championships. And right now, we're going to introduce to you some of the most outstanding swimmers we had in the individual medley. We're going to start with the 11 and 12 boys. Finishing third from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. Finishing second from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. I'll get it right, Naeem, I promise. And the winner in the 11 and 12 from Gunning, Gregory Undercore. Guys, keep your head up when you're looking at that camera. Okay, in the girls 11 and 12. In third place from Glenville, Kenyana Brooks. Kanaya. I'm telling you, you guys are going to have my tongue going 10 different directions. In second place from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. And in first place from Gunning, Emma Popa. In the 13 and 14 boys, in second place from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor. In first place from Gunning, Kawana Meredith.
Good job, boys and ladies.
In the girls, in from Gunning, in second place, Miriam Escobar. And the champion from Gunning, Alicia Popa. And the 15-18 boy champion from Gunning, Kanaya Hanley. And in the girls, 15 to 18 from Gunning, Angel Sugar. So congratulations to our individual medley outstanding swimmers here today. So we get ready for our next event. And again, it is in the breaststroke. So we're in the breaststroke event. This is boys 11 and 12. They'll be lining up. And obviously, as you mentioned before about the breaststroke, it's a matter of touching with two hands and doing all that correct. We got through the first group pretty good, no disqualifications.
Right. Now we're getting to the older kids. These swim 11, 12. These children are swimming a 50, meaning they are swimming down and back. And we need to demonstrate those two-hand touches at each wall, in the shallow and in the deep end.
In our next event, it is the boys 11 and 12 breaststroke. In lane number 1 from Gunning, Alviska Hanley. In lane 2 from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. In lane 3 from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. In lane 4 from Gunning, Gregory Undercore. In lane 5 from Thurgood Marshall, Rodney Brown Jr. And in lane 6 from Gunning, Aryan Valouze.
Good. This one's going to be a fun one as well. We've got the boys going, diving in beautifully. And we see some good pulling, some good kicking and glides. We're looking for these two-hand touches at both ends of the pool.
Obviously, when you're looking at these two here, and again, when you're looking at their times coming in here, 53:09, 54:12, lanes 3 and 4, Naeem Hamid, Gregory Undercore.
They're coming in hot. They're coming in. It's going to be close. It depends on who's pulling. Oh, it's hard to tell between.
It looked like 2, 3, and 4, but
Lane 2 and 3 were really close. Lane 2 and 3 were really close.
So that ended up being lane 3, 2, and 4, correct?
Double check those, but yeah.
We'll look at the replay right here. This will help us. This is in lane 3, Naeem Hamid.
Good push off the wall, good streamlined position, keeping that body as straight as they can. That minimizes the drag on the water, so they're able to glide through the water. We'll see this finish. It was it was a quick, easy finish.
There's 3, there's 2, and there's 4.
1, 2, 3. It looks like lane 2, Anderson came in. We could be wrong. Let's see. This one was close.
Okay, so Anderson Feliciano is first.
Yes, that one was real close. That was good. Good job, boys.
I'll tell you, they're making life tough for us over here, trying to figure out who's in, who's not in.
But they deserve it. They've been working hard all season, and this is their chance to show it.
In our next event, the girls 11 and 12. In lane number 2 from Fairfax, Talia Kenny. In lane number 3 from Gunning, Emma Popa. In lane 4 from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. And in lane 5 from Glenville, Kenya Brooks.
Good starts. We saw some really good dives and some good gliding here, ladies. Let's check our two hands. Good two hands. You see how those hands got to touch? As long as they're doing the arms the correct way, it's easy peasy.
And again, when you're looking at it from the pool here, that's lane 3. It's ahead right now, but it's lane 4 right next to her. Here's the recall rope, so you know you're getting close.
Yep, they're almost there.
So it looks like 3 and then 4.
Emma Popa and Olivia Suarez were neck and neck.
And finishing third, it looks like number 2, Talina Kenny.
Good glides, good execution, ladies. Congratulations. See some really good dolphin kicks underwater. They break that surface and they're off with the breaststroke.
I'll tell you, Brittany, when you look at these kids that swim here now, and this to me, I thought when I was swimming, I mean, I like freestyle the most, but obviously breaststroke wasn't that hard for me to learn. I just had to keep remembering the two-hand touch.
The breaststroke really comes down to the coordination of it. It's the pull, the breathe, the kick, the glide. And that's something that a lot of the kids, as they're learning, that they struggle with a little bit, but once they get it, they're in there. And it becomes such a beautiful stroke. Breaststroke looks so graceful in the water.
In our next event in the breaststroke, 13 to 14, in lane number 3 from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor. In lane 4 from Gunning, Kawana Meredith. And in lane 5 from Gunning, Brandon Aceves. Again, I'm looking at the preliminary times, 59.75, 58.34. Oh.
Yeah, this first place is going to be close. It really comes down to the glide and the power in that kick. This is we call it a whip kick because they're whipping those legs around at the same time. And as you can see, their legs are doing the same thing. They're both making that circular whip motion at the same time. So it really comes down to the power they put in that kick and the pull that they're taking from their arms. So the two hands. This is good. They're doing really well. They're really neck and neck here. Our 13-14 boys only swim 50 yards of the pool. So they're in that last little leg of it. So we'll see what happens here.
Wow.
That was interesting. That was fun.
So I'm showing lane 3, lane 4, and lane 5. And thank goodness we have TV 20 in the house with the replay.
Yes.
They're now talking about it. You see that where you talked about all them timers getting together to see what they got. They're going to decide which ones they're going to pick. And obviously, now in a high school meet, they can't use, if they were videotaping a swim meet, they can't use video.
Right.
High school regulations, so that doesn't help them. My Lord, my Lord.
This is what we're here for.
Well, you at home tell us who wins here. Now look at that.
It looks like Kawani may have grabbed the wall and then bounced his hands, but it looks like
you tell us at home, which one? Is it the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen? Here they come. I'll tell you what, somebody bent over there and had their long hair, but I'll tell you what, I've looked at it twice. I'm still not sure who won. I'm still not sure. You're saying right now it looks like Kawani.
It looked like Kawani. I'm not sure what the official decision was.
Wow, that was tough. That was tough, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't still tell you. So
But nonetheless, that was exciting for sure.
in our next event, it is the girls 13 and 14. In lane number 2 from Gunning, Miriam Escobar. In lane 3 from Gunning, Elisa Popa. And in lane 4 from Fairfax, Shandon Miller.
Oh, those were some beautiful dives there. We see nice glides. All three of these ladies have really good really good gliding. Coming in with 2 hand touches on the walls, pushing off, staying in that streamlined position.
I'll tell you what, you can see that Popa's out, but the other one, again, Shannon Miller and Miriam Escobar, that's going to be a race for second right here.
Oh, for sure. They're coming in hot, nice and close to each other.
There's Emily, and here we come at the end.
Okay, good job, ladies. That was good.
I'll tell you what, we haven't talked about the starts a lot, you know, on coming off of there. When you look at the start, how does that impact them in this event?
So this impacts, it kind of gets like all the events, especially in this one especially, it keeps the momentum going because they're in their streamline. They're making themselves as small as they can to glide through the water, which creates the least amount of drag, which is going to slow them down. So they're almost just gliding through the water.
In our next event, it is the boys 15 to 18. In lane 3 from Gunning, Kanaya Hanley. And in lane 4 from Glenville, Joshua Bell.
Nope, just Angel and Kanaya.
Oh, I'm sorry. Missed that one. In lane 4 is the 15-18 girl champion, Angel Sugar from Gunning.
Freestyle awards. Those were some beautiful starts we saw. Set them up wonderful to start this race. And again, the 15-18, like I've said in previous, they swim 4 lengths of this pool. They are doing 100 yards. Touches and go, go, go. It's all about that endurance and pacing themselves. You can see Kanaya has a really good, his form, pull, breathe, kick, and glide. You see all the aspects of it.
You know, you kind of feel for some of the kids that couldn't make it today, you know, sickness or whatever it might have been, to go all that way and then they can't make it because of them not feeling well. I mean, our hearts have to go out to them.
For sure.
They work so hard to get here and qualify, and then they just...
but their hard work does not go unnoticed, whether it's with their coaches or whatever it may be. Their hard work definitely is not unnoticed. Love watching all the kids get to swim and be better and grow and be happy. Good job, 15, 18-year-old swimmers.
What an outstanding job. And again, you're looking at two of our city champions, and they'll be honored here very shortly as we'll be giving out our freestyle awards. So folks, stay with us. When we come back, we'll take a look at this one more time as they look at two of the, one is the female and one is the male outstanding swimmer in this year's 2022 Winter Swim Championships right here from Brookside Park. We'll be right back with some more of the 2022 with first the Freestyle Awards right after this timeout.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Welcome back to Estabrook Pool, where you've been watching the 2022 Winter Swim Championships. And right now we're going to go over and meet some of the outstanding swimmers in the freestyle event. Starting with the boys 10 and under, finishing third from Estabrook Pool, Ali Latoy. Finishing second from Gunning Pool, Chase Suarez. Our champion from Thurgood Marshall, Adam Mentugala. In the 10 and under girls, finishing third from Thurgood Marshall, Zuri Brown. Finishing second from Thurgood Marshall, Lazria McDuffie. And finishing first from Glenville Pool, Jaleel Walker. In the 11 and 12, finishing third, Aran Valunge, and he's from Gunning. Finishing second from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. And our champion in the 11 and 12 from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. In the girls 11 and 12, finishing third from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. Finishing second from Fairfax, Talia Kenny. And our champion from Gunning, Emma Popa. In the boys 13 to 14, finishing third from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor. Finishing second from Glenville, Amadi Steele. And our champion from Gunning, Kawana Meredith. In the 13 to 14, girls, finishing third from Fairfax, Shandon Miller. Finishing second from Gunning, Miriam Escobar. Our champion from Gunning, Alicia Popa. In the 15-18 boys, finishing second from Glenville, Brandon Jones. And our champion from Gunning, Kanaya Hanley. And in the girls 15 to 18, finishing second from Gunning, Angel Sugar. And our champion from Glenville, Malia Bell. Those are our outstanding swimmers. In our next event, when we're talking about the medley relay, tell us a little bit about that.
So a medley relay it's a relay race that consists of 2 boys and 2 girls. One team member on each team consists of each age group. So they swim 2 lengths of the pool of each stroke. So they start with backstroke, which is why when we come to the pool, you'll see them in the water to start. That's because there's no way to dive in for backstroke. So they'll swim backstroke, and then the other strokes will follow. We swim 2 lengths to the pool, even the 10 and under. So as we were talking earlier about the little ones only having to swim 1 length, in the relays they get to swim 2 lengths to the pool and really showcase what they can do. But it's every stroke, it's 2 lengths to the pool. And it's once they come back in for their second length, the next person goes, and it's each swimmer swims a different stroke.
And obviously, when we're talking about a boy and a girl from each age group, which one is the favorite that they always want to swim? Who gets to pick what? Is it the younger kids or the older kids? Or?
With my team specifically, I kind of look at their times that they've swam all year and kind of pick what they've really done well at. And sometimes I'll ask them, like, hey, what's your favorite? And kind of factor that into the same. But we tend to see that a lot of them really like the same stroke. So sometimes it's coach's decision.
Our next event is the medley relay event. And again, we'll have 2 swimmers from each age group in here. Obviously, in lane 3, I'm just going to give their first name. It's going to be Anderson, Sugar, Olisa, and Chase, not in that order. In lane 4 for that team is Emma, Meredith, Kanye, and Milani. And Brittany won't tell me who's going to win, so you guys have to show me. Okay, here we go.
See some strong backstroke starts, which we'll get really into in our next event. But this one, we start with our backstroke 50 down and back. We see a beautifully executed flip turn by Emma and a very beautiful open turn by Anderson. And you'll see as soon as they come into the wall and touch the wall, the next swimmer is off. And our next after the backstroke is the breaststroke. So they will swim 50 of the breaststroke. We have Angel in lane 3 and Kawani in 4 swimming the breaststroke event. Again with our 2-hand touch and push. Good push off, guys. After our breaststroke in the medley relay, we see a butterfly. So in lane 4, we have Kanaya swimming butterfly and Elisa in lane 3 swimming butterfly.
So we could have in one lane doing one stroke and another lane doing another. It just happened that these 2 matched up right away.
Yeah. And they may not agree, but they both have wonderful butterflies. And then after the butterflies, last but not least, our freestyle bringing out the end of the relay. In lane 4, you have Melanie, and in lane 3 is Chase.
And both of them are freestyle.
Both of them are freestyle, and actually both of them are 10 and under. So this is the first time today they are swimming a 50. Everything we've seen them in so far, they've only swam a 25. So they're really putting their skills to the test today and really pushing themselves in this event.
You got to be really careful in making sure that you have somebody that has that endurance that can do this.
For sure, and I've talked to them, both of them being on my team as well. We've talked and I've told them This is important, so they get to push themselves. It's not just them. The whole team is counting on them at this point.
Well, the young man right here, he definitely helped his team.
Yes.
He brought him in at the end here. So that's lane number 3. And in
Good job,
lane 4.
guys. Beautiful. All of the execution of the starts, the turns, the two-hand touches was beautiful in this.
Again, you're looking at the outstanding swimmers in the medley relay event, and they will be lining up their medals for the breaststroke event. But while they do that, let's talk a little bit, because once we come out of that, we'll be going to the backstroke event. So if we can talk a little bit right after this finish here about the backstroke event, because that'll be the next event that we're going to have. And again, we're going to see here, again, it's amazing that they all ended up matching up identically. Does that happen very often?
No, not really. But unlike these were 2 different gunning teams, and they've swam with each other all season, so they're very competitive amongst each other as well.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, you see they're going to get them together. So let's talk about the backstroke event. That'll be our next event once we get off the handing out all the awards. So tell me about the backstroke.
So the backstroke it's similar to the freestyle, but it's an easier stroke, and we're looking for long, lean arms and kicks through the water. We teach it as the head is slightly leaning back, looking towards the ceiling, which is going to optimize the best body positioning. And the kicks are slightly under the water or right at the surface. We look for the arms not to cross over the center plane, so it's for the arms to come up and go straight back, and then pulling to their side. We do allow flip turns because they do not have to touch the wall, whereas we've talked in previous events where it has to be a 2-hand touch. They can flip turn, and they're allowed 1 stroke and then a flip turn. But when it's similar to a front flip, which we've seen, but when they surface the water, they have to be on their backs to continue swimming backstroke.
So now in this situation, obviously some kids are coming back, and they're coming back hitting their arm against the wall, hitting their head. I mean, how do they usually handle that?
As you can see, like on the pool, we have the flags hanging up. Those are backstroke flags. They're not just there for decoration. They are to determine that you're so many arm pulls from the wall. So we try and teach the kids that when you're swimming, count how many arm pulls you are from the wall once you pass the flags. So you're not hitting your arm or hitting your head or whatever. Sometimes it works, sometimes they're just in the spur of the moment and they're going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to introduce to you our breaststroke event outstanding swimmers, starting with the boys 10 and under. From Michael's zone, Caden Lynch, finishing 3rd. Finishing 2nd from Gunning, Chase Suarez. Finishing 1st from Thurgood Marshall, Adam Matugala. In the girls, 10 and under. Finishing 3rd from Gunning, Melanie Estevez. Finishing 2nd from Thurgood Marshall, Zuri Brown. And our champion in 10 and under girls from Glenville, Jaleel Walker. In the 11 and 12 boys, finishing 3rd from Gunning, Gregory Underco. Finishing 2nd from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. And our champion from gunning, Anderson Feliciano. In the girls 11 and 12, finishing third from Glenville, Kenya Brooks. Finishing second from gunning, Olivia Suarez. And our champion from gunning, Emma Popa. And finishing in the 13-14 boys, I believe we have set history today. First of all, finishing in second from gunning, Brandon Estevez. And as long as I can remember, and never have I seen it till today, we've had a tie for first place with the exact time, both by the head timer and the people on the lanes. So they're both being crowned champions today. First of all, from Thurgood Marshall, it's Deshaun Taylor. And from gunning, Kawana Meredith. In the 13-14 girls, from gunning, Miriam Escobar. In second place from Fairfax, Shannon Miller. And our champion from gunning, Elisa Popa. Our champion in the 15-18 boys is Kanye Hanley from gunning. And from the girls in the 15-18 from gunning, Angel Sugar. Our next event is the backstroke event. In the boys 10 and under. In lane number 1 from gunning, Christopher Estevez. In lane 2 from Estabrook, Ali Latoy. And in lane 3 from Thurgood Marshall, Adam Matugala. And in lane 4 from gunning, Chase Suarez. And in lane 5 from Michael Zone, Caden Lynch. And in lane 6 from gunning, Edward Feliciano.
Starts from our 10 and under boys. Again, with our 10 and unders, like I said, they've only got to swim one length of the pool. These are the young ones. They're just learning for the most part. Good job.
So that was lane 3. Is that who you had?
Yeah.
Lane 4 was second.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll look at it here, see if we can get our miles. Again, they're only going one length of the pool.
They're only one length, and those arms are coming up behind them. You see, for the most part, we see those heads laid back, which is going to optimize their body length.
In our next event, it is the girls 10 and under backstroke. In lane number 2 from Thurgood Marshall, Rosiah Maduffy. In lane number 3 from Glenville, Jaleel Walker. In lane 4 from gunning, Milani Aceves. And in lane 5 from Thurgood Marshall, Zuri Brown.
Our 10 and under girls are off. We see some long arms coming back behind us in those kicks. They're doing a flutter kick meaning their legs are going opposite, one up, one down, as fast as they can. Really pushing through, and good stuff. Good job.
Again, we'll take a look at the replay here.
You see those arms going back. Really straight arms is the key. Good finish by Melanie in first. And then second and third is really close.
And it looked like, wow, it was so close on that. I couldn't
Yeah,
even
from
tell.
that angle, it was really hard to tell.
In our next event is the boys 11 and 12. In lane number 1, Rodney Brown Jr. from Thurgood Marshall. In lane number 2 from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. In lane 3 from Gunning, Gregory Onderko. In lane 4 from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. In lane 5 from Gunning, Avicie Hanley. And in lane 6 from Gunning, Ariane Velouz.
All right, and they're off. This one is going to be really close. They are swimming down and back. They are swimming a 50, and looking at their times from the district meet, the lane 2, 3, and 4 were all within 51 seconds. They all timed the same. It came down to a touch.
Gregory Undergo, 51:03, 51:19. We're saying this should go down to the end here.
It really comes down to who's kicking, who's pulling, and it could be anybody at this point.
Definitely looks like lane 4, lane 2, and then lane 3.
Yes, we got Naeem came in, and then Anderson, and then Gregory. Good job, boys. And the others are finishing up. Wonderful.
Well, we knew it was going to be a close race.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, Naeem really did a lot better today than he did at the districts, it seems like.
Yeah, he really kicked, and his pulls really pulled him ahead. And let's see, he did an open turn, so that helped as well. He came off of his turn into that second lap very clean and just was able to kind of get that pull ahead. Him and Anderson here are really close. But it comes down to who kicks harder.
Wow.
That was wonderful, boys. Good job.
I'll tell you, I'm glad those stopwatches are working really well today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever said this, but it seems like the stopwatches are getting a lot of work today.
Oh, they are. We need them to be nice and precise today.
Our next event in the 11 and 12 girls. In lane number 2 from Glenville, Najima Steele. In lane 3 from Gunning, Emma Popa. In lane 4 from Gunning, Olivia Suarez.
We see some good. You see their arms coming up right directly back. They're coming up and pulling that water down towards their legs, which is pushing their body forward. All of them seem to have really good head positioning. Their heads are back, which is going to keep their body in a streamlined position, making it easiest for them to kick. Ooh, we see Emma seems to be pulling up front, but second and third are going to be close, Tim. We got Emma there, and let's see, that's second and third place. Good job. It looked like Najma from Glenville had it in second. Good job, ladies. You'll see on some of their starts, and when they push off the wall, they're actually doing a dolphin kick underwater. That is allowed as long as they are underwater. Once their body breaks that surface, you see them start to do a flutter kick, like we just saw right there with Emma in the middle lane.
I'll tell you what, when if you look at this shot right here, folks, see those red, white, and blue flags? Tell us a little bit about your mention that this is so important with the backstroke, so that it kind of signals to that swimmer, hey, we're getting close here.
Yeah, so they're like I said, more than just decoration, even though they look wonderful. They're there so the swimmers know that they're approaching the wall, and we try and teach them that to count how many arm strokes, how many times they have to pull their arms, but once they hit those strokes before they get to the wall, that way we don't get our head bumps or we don't hit our arms or whatever.
In our next event, it is boys 13 and 14. In lane number 2, from Gunning Pool, Brandon Aceves. In lane 3, from Glenville Pool, Amadi Steele. And in lane 4, from Gunning Pool, Kawani Meredith.
They are off, they are kicking. We see those feet breaking the surface of the water. The ideal that we really want to try and focus on is trying to get those legs nice and straight to optimize the biggest kicks that we can. Got some open turns from Amadi and Kawani. Oh, this one's looking like it's going to be close if Kawani can put those kicks in. And it looks like he is. Coming in, it's gonna be close.
Oh,
that was good. Amadi pulled ahead last second. That was beautiful. Good job, boys. Good job.
again, the timers are looking at their watches. It was that close of a race. You at home tell us once they come down here and see if we can pick up our winner. But I thought, looking from where I'm at, which I have a clear advantage also, but it sure looked like that Amadi got in there.
Yeah, he looked like it was a good arm pull ahead, but it's still coming in. If you look at the second half of the second lap, they really kind of kicked it into high gear because it's the endurance, and that's that last little bit, getting that last little burst of energy. Yes, good job.
So it definitely was Kawani or Amadi Steele in that one.
Yes.
And then it was Brandon, and then it was Kawana. Do I have it right?
No, it was,
Kawana finished second.
yes. It was Amadi, and then Kawani came in, and then Brandon pulled up the rear.
All right, I didn't see that lane on the replay. Okay. So in our next event is 13-14 girls. In lane number 3 from Gunning Pool, Elisa Popa. In lane 4 from Gunning Pool, Miriam Escobar.
Good, these girls are off. These are our 13-14 girls, meaning they are only swimming a 50. Let's see if we get flip turns. We get a flip turn from Elisa and from Miriam. You see how when they come up, they're on their backs, continuing on to their backstroke.
And again, Elisa Popa out in front comfortably. She's been, I'll tell you what, if she ain't the outstanding swimmer, something needs to be done here.
For sure. In practices, she's always asking what else can she do, what more can she do, because so does Miriam. They both of those girls push themselves and want to become better. And both of them at one point will be lifeguards. These two, not Joshua. Brandon, yes. I thought he was gone, I'm sorry. Beautiful flip turns, girls.
In our next event, for the 15-18 boys and girls, in lane number 2, the young lady is from Gunning Park, Angel Sugar. In lane number 3, from Gunning, is Kanye Henley. And in lane 4, from Glenville, Brandon Jones. Some really good starts from these kids. You see they curl up on the wall and then explode off the wall backwards almost into a back bend. And these are our 15, 18-year-olds, meaning these kids are swimming 100 yards, 4 lengths of the pool of this stroke. It's important to pace themselves and then explode at the end. We see these arms propelling back and pulling the water, pushing it towards their legs and their feet, which is pushing them forward. This is probably one of the easier strokes as well.
A lot of kids tend to like this because of the fact that their faces get to be out the water and they don't have to worry about breathing. See some good flip turns. And a good open turn. Good job, boys. And Angel's pulling in too. Make this look so easy, huh?
Forget it. Nah.
They make it look easy.
They make it look easy, is correct. There's
Good
some
job,
outstanding
boys.
swimmers. All three of them are just amazing.
And we're gonna finish out. Angel still finishing out. Good job, guys. All swimmers on the backstroke. Good job. Yes, those were some really good starts. And you see the underwater dolphin kicks, which also is pushing their bodies forward on both the start and on the turns. But again, once those bodies break the surface of the water, we're regular kicks. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Good job.
Well, again, you can see some of the fans up above wearing the orange shirts. Obviously, the
Glenville's making some noise up there too.
Absolutely. All right, well, when we come back, we will have the awards for all of our backstroke outstanding swimmers right after this timeout.
The goal of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District is to ensure that every child in Cleveland attends a high-quality school and that every neighborhood has a multitude of great schools for which families can choose. CMSD is a large organization with many policies, regulations, and procedures that shape how the school system serves students and families, and we recognize that these stakeholders may have concerns about the organizational or school environments. Ensuring that parents are able to express concerns and receive responses is important to the district. If concerns are not able to be addressed at the school level, we encourage parents to connect with the district's Ombuds office. The Ombuds office strives to empower individuals to overcome disputes, conflicts, and barriers, as well as to find options for best possible resolutions. The office also assists with navigating through processes while providing information and resources and fostering collaboration as well as effective communication. It is important to remember that the Ombuds office does not replace other CMSD channels for resolving problems and conflicts, but that the Ombuds office is an additional resource to help create a collaborative relationship with the district. You can reach the Ombuds office by phone, email, or filling out a quick and easy form online. We want to make sure that we are able to help resolve your concerns. Learn more about how the Ombuds office can assist you at clevelandmetroschools.org/ombuds.
Welcome back to Estabrook Pool for the 2022 Winter Swim Championship meet, and right now we're going to go over to meet our outstanding swimmers in the medley relay event. First of all, finishing second, Emma, Kawana, Kanye, and Melanie from Gunning. And in first from Gunning, Anderson, Angel, Elisa, and Chase. Next will be our backstroke awards. And again, this is the backstroke event, our outstanding swimmers today. Starting off with the boys 10 and under. In third place from Estabrook, Ale Latoy. And in second place from Gunning, Chase Suarez. And in first place from Thurgood Marshall, Adam Matugla. In the 10 and under girls, from Thurgood Marshall, in third place, Larizia McDuffie. In second place from Glenville, Jaleel Walker. And in first place from Gunning, Melanie Estevez. In the girls 11 and 12. 11 and 12.
Boys.
Boys 11 and 12. In the boys 11 and 12. From Gunning, Gregory Underco. Second place from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. And in first place from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. In the girls 11 and 12, in third place from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. In second place from Glenville, Najima Steele. And in our city champion from Gunning, Emma Popa. In the boys 13 and 14, in third place from Gunning, Brandon Estevez. In second place from Gunning, Kawani Meredith. In first place from Glenville, Amadi Steele. In the girls 13 and 14. In second place from Gunning, Miriam Escobar. And in first place from Gunning, Elisa Popa. In the 15-18 boys, in second place from Glenville, Brandon Jones. In first place from Gunning, Kanai Hanley. And in our girls 15-18 champion from Gunning, Angel Sugar. So our next event is the butterfly event. And when we talk about the butterfly stroke, obviously this one, I think, maybe I'm wrong, but this one seems to be one of the toughest ones now.
It is. Butterfly is one of the harder ones because it comes a lot due to the timing of the stroke. There is, the middle of the chest comes out of the water because we're doing two kicks and arms coming overhead in front of you. This is another one where a two-hand touch is mandatory, so we have to see those two hands. But again, if they're executing the arms correctly, their arms will touch at the same time. And this is where we see those dolphin kicks that they kind of swim their whole body. It's more than just a kick, which just makes this hard. It's almost their whole body is doing a motion, like a butterfly motion or a dolphin motion. And it's two kicks, one pull. So it's kick, kick, breathe. Kick, kick, arms. And this one, we will see, what do we have? We have 3 teams and 21 swimmers, so this one is a bit harder. So we'll see what the kids can do on this.
This is boys 10 and under. In lane number 3 from Thurgood Marshall, Adam Mantugla. And in lane 4 from Gunning Pool, Chase Suarez.
Good starts from the boys. These are 10 and unders. They only have to swim one length of the pool. I wonder if by now if they're all tired out. They don't look like it. We got good kicks, good arms. Those arms are coming out. We're looking for a two-hand touch on the finish. Good, two-hand touches. Good job.
And both of these guys have been competing against each other all day. This one was no different as the times were very close.
Oh yeah, even their preliminary times, their times from their district meet were within about a second of each other. So we knew this one was gonna be good.
And there's Chase Suarez coming in second there. Young man from Gunning. He's from Valley View Boys, honor roll student. And again, we're looking at the two young ladies in the girls 10 and under. Our next event is the girls 10 and under. In lane number 3 from Gunning Pool, Melanie Estevez. And in lane 4 from Thurgood Marshall, Zuri Brown.
Again, we got our 10 and under girls just swimming down. We see the dolphin kicks. Their legs are doing the same thing at the same time. And those arms come up and around. That's the tiring part, is getting those arms all the way out the water and bringing them around.
Again, Melanie 51.04, Zuri 51.75 in the districts.
Oh yeah, this one's gonna be close. It's looking like it's
Right
gonna
to
be
the
close
end.
here. That was good. That was good.
I'll tell you what, I couldn't tell it from here, so I'm going to rely on the replay to see who comes in here. And again, at the top of your screen, we are looking at Melanie Estevez from Gunning, and at the bottom of your screen is Zuri Brown. Here's Melanie.
It looks like, I think from this angle, from what we could see, it looked like Melanie had it. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, that was a great race swam by both of those young ladies.
Now, will they do 2 lengths here once we start with the 11 and 12, or they go 1 length?
Oh no, moving into the 11-12 boys, we definitely are gonna see 2 lengths out of them. Here on out, everybody swims 2 lengths of the pool in this butterfly event, which makes it even more impressive because this one is exhausting.
Well, this one, I'm telling you what, the timers, they're getting a lot of exercise here today.
Back and forth all day. Not as much as the kids though, they're doing the hard work.
In our next event, it's the boys 11 and 12. In lane number 1, from Gunning Pool, Gregory Ontorico. In lane 2, from Thurgood Marshall, Rodney Brown Jr. In lane 3, from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. In lane 4, from Gunning, Ariane Valouge. In lane 5, from Gunning, Anderson Feliciano. And in lane 6, Ivesha Hanley. So tell me what happened. Was that our first false start?
Yeah, that looked like a false start. I don't know if it was due to the swimmers not paying attention or they just maybe not, they couldn't hear. But that was a false start, so that's what we have the recall rope for. So we see, but the recall rope, they put it down as soon as they realize not everybody went, so that way all the kids are not swimming down and wasting all their energy. Oh, we look like we've got, in this race here, Anderson, Arian, and Naeem are pulling in close. It's gonna be interesting. That one was good, and then everyone else is finishing, looking for those two-hand touches. Good job, fellas. Good job. Let's see our dolphin kicks and those arms coming up.
And again, you're looking at Naheem.
Yes, Naeem with the good two-hand touch and push off.
The young man is from Walsh Academy. He has won the freestyle, breaststroke, and the butterfly in 2010.
Oh, that one from this angle it looked like Anderson had it first and then Naeem.
What am I saying? 2020.
So looking at this replay here, we look like we have at the bottom, we have Anderson coming in.
Wow.
So Anderson, Naeem, and then Arian.
So that's what it looked like to me. So Anderson, Hamid.
Naeem, yep, and then Arian coming in for our top three boys. Good job.
In our next event, in the girls 11 and 12 butterfly, in lane number 3 from Gunning, Emma Popa. In lane number 4 from Gunning, Olivia Suarez. And in lane 5 from Glenville, Kiana Brooks.
Really good dives, some really good dives and entries from these girls. Again, they're 11, 12 girls are swimming 50. They are swimming down and back. Some exceptional swimming. Like these girls are doing, all the kids are doing really well.
And Brittany, obviously, some of these kids are going to be looking to go on. You know, they're in high schools. How does this impact them as far as in swim teams at some of the local schools?
It definitely sets them up with the baseline and gives them the general experience. I know a lot of high school swim teams and school clubs and all that, they swim a lot more than we do. They swim bigger events, longer events, and all of that. So this is also setting them up with the general practice, with getting them the experience and the exposure to being able to swim. Good job, girls. Good job. Yeah, some really good starts from these girls.
I'll tell you what, they make it look so smooth, you know, for a dolphin kick. And, you know, we're in dolphin country here. You know, if that's the Brooklyn Dolphins.
They do, and it is, I can tell you from experience, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And they just make it look so graceful. It's a full full body motion for sure.
In our next event is the boys 13 and 14. In lane number 3 from Gunning, Kawana Meredith. In lane 4 from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor. And in lane 5 from Gunning, Brandy Estevez.
Looking at their their qualifying times, lane 3 and lane 4 were really close in the district, so this one will be fun to watch as well, swimming their 50. That all comes down to the endurance and who kicks, who wants it a little bit more. See, beautiful two-hand touches there. Beautiful, boys. Good. Looks like Kawani's pulling ahead just a little bit in front of Deshaun, but who knows? There's still a lot of race left. Two hands to finish for Kawani in first, Deshaun in second, and that leaves Brandon pulling up the rear for third. Good job, fellas. Good job.
You think, we've been talking about a lot of, let's first take a look at this replay.
That is really nice. You see their arms. The boys' arms are really coming out, especially Deshaun's arms are really coming out really good. He has a really good reach. His arms are coming out, and that's giving him even more of a pull. He's able to pull more water behind him, propelling his body forward. His arms are really good.
In our next event, it's the 13-14 girls butterfly. In lane number 3 from Gunning, Alisa Popa. And in lane 4 from Gunning, Miriam Escobar.
And they're off. These two, both of these girls have really strong butterflies, almost making it look easy. You see those arms are coming out, their entire body is moving in a dolphin motion. Two hands, good two-hand touches and push off. Good, ladies. Two kicks, one arms are very evident with these girls. You can see the two kicks to every arm. They do not have to breathe every arm, but it's two kicks, one arm. Good job, ladies.
I'll tell you, these two have been competing all day, and
Yes.
you never know it from one minute to the next.
Yes, they are very head and head. Like, they stay super close to one another. Even in practices, like I said previously, they push each other. And when you see them up on the line, they're giggling and laughing. So they're friends as well, competitors and friends, which makes for a beautiful dynamic.
In our next event, it is the 15-18 boys and 15-18 girls for the butterfly event. In lane number 3, from Gunning Pool, Kanya Hanley. In lane 4, from Glenville Pool, Brandon Jones. And in lane 5, from Gunning Pool, Angel Sugar.
They're off. What we're going to notice different about these, although these are 15-18s, although we've seen them swim 100 all night, today, right now, we're going to see them swim a 50 because of the complexity of the stroke. We see 2 hands on Kanaya, good. 2 hands from Brandon, good guys. But we're going to see them only swim a 50 because 50 of a butterfly is enough. That's a lot. It's a lot on them. So it looks like we have Kanaya that came in first for the boys. I couldn't imagine swimming 100 of this. This is a lot.
Absolutely. So folks, you can see right here, and again, what a great start.
Those were some really good starts. And we see the arms coming out, touching the wall with both hands. That push off and those dolphin kicks set it up for a beautiful race.
So that wraps up us down to one more event, which is the Crescendo Relay event. Usually, this is the one that gets me the most excited because they all got to do their part, and it could be very interesting on how this comes out. But let's talk about the Crescendo Relay and what's all involved.
So the crescendo, we call it that because typically the noise gets louder and louder as the swimmers decide who will win, and they all are swimming. You have a boys team and an all-girls team. And what it is, you get one swimmer that represents each age group for an all-boys or an all-girls. And everybody is swimming 2 lengths of the pool, and it's all freestyle. So this one's we're back to the freestyle event, basically. And so even our 10 and unders have to swim a free down and back. And we'll see how it all happens. It's all boys, all girls, so it's boys versus girls.
So the challenge is about ready to begin in a moment, folks. It's the Crescendo Relay. Will it be the boys or will it be the girls? Again, our relays are about ready to begin. And as you can see, they're getting ready to line up. Again, the young ladies, the girls and the boys. I'll tell you what, we'll be routine. I'll take the boys, you take the girls.
Okay.
And we'll see how it comes out here. But again, they're all from the gunning center, boys and girls. Who's going to have the bragging rights? That's what I need to know. Who's going to have the bragging rights?
We will see.
Jackie McGee, who's going to have those bragging rights, the boys or the girls? Will it be the boys or will it be the girls? Well, in lane number 3, they're from Gunning. This is the boys team. Chase, Ariane, Brandon Kanaya. And the girls, this is Brittany's team. Milani, Olivia, Miriam, and Angel.
And they are off. They're swimming a 50 freestyle. This one's fun. This one's a fun one to watch. We see a flip turn from Angel. Chase with a really good push off of his open turn. So again, like we just saw in our medley relays, as soon as the person touches the wall, they come in, the second or the next swimmer gets to go.
Girls are out in front so far.
We'll see.
Come on, boys. Come on, baby.
Let's see how this plays out. It's a long race, so anything could happen. Oh, see, we got Arian pulling in front of Melanie over here for the boys.
I think the boys are ransagging here. Oh, the girls got their tough swimmers at the end, too.
Yep, so there's no real specifics on what order they can swim in. They just get to pick amongst themselves. So sometimes they'll start fast, end fast, or it's always interesting. I personally let them pick their order they got to swim in. So this is interesting for me as well.
So now the boys are out in front. Look at them go.
We got Brandon entering the water. Come on, Melanie, pushing through for the girls. Let's see how much time Olivia can catch up for the girls. Oh, she's pushing through.
Oh, they're going to close this gap. Trust me, they're going to
Olivia's
close
working on closing the gap for sure. I see, I think the boys are on their third
I think
swimmer.
the boys are in good shape. I got my heavy hitter right here.
Yeah, the boys are doing pretty well. Their fourth swimmer, Kanaya, is entering the water.
Come on, Kanaya. Bring it home for us, baby.
Olivia, gotta give it to my girl Olivia though. She's pushing it out. She's trying. We've got our final swimmer for the girls entering of Miriam. All it looks like the boys are going to grab this one. The girls still did a really good job.
Oh, absolutely.
Got Miriam finishing in strong. And that's it. I'll give it to the boys. They did good.
Yes, they did.
They all did really well.
Well, folks, we want you to stay with us one more time, but before we get to these awards that we're going to be given to all the kids that swam in the backstroke event as well as the relays that we just saw, we do want to let you know that there's a lot of free recreation programs that are taking place at all of your recreation centers. And obviously, we've talked about the lifeguard training. We've talked about the, we talked about the opportunity for people to get involved in their pools. Obviously, learn to swim is huge at this time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing that I'm going to speak about, because I personally experienced it, I'm telling you, the seniors out there, if you're watching this, please look at your indoor pools. They're nice, heated indoor pools. They have an aqua size, and for those ones that have arthritis, you know, I have a real good friend, Siobhan Rose. He's got all kind of arthritis. He goes in those pools, you know, to take care of his arthritis.
Oh, yeah.
And he comes back and tells me, hey, this is great. This is a way
It
for me
really
to...
is. It alleviates so much pain and so much tension in your body.
And the other thing that's amazing is when we talk about this, some people don't even know the other best kept secret in recreation is at all recreation centers at this time of the year, everybody doesn't realize, but also when school's back in session, they're going to a rec center, and what's the first thing we do? We have a hot lunch program.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's a perfect thing for the mom and dad. You take them to the center, they get to the center, they're getting fed, they can recreate, they can go to the pool, they can get involved in all the different programs.
Right, yeah. There's so many different things, whether they want to be in the water or the gym or whatever. So the local rec centers definitely offer a lot of different programs for the kids.
Now, we're talking about things they don't know. Let's talk about one I know they don't know about in the pools. When we talk about, you mentioned it to me, and I'm sitting here in awe. Water flag football?
Yeah, water flag football. It's something we've tried to play with in the past couple years. We've tried to get it going, and it sounds very different because I know you looked at me like, what is that? So what it is it's played in the shallow end of the pool, and it plays like a regular flag football, except the pennies that they wear, the jerseys, have the flags on their shoulder blades. So while they're running, they grab the flags off the shoulder blades versus your traditional around the waist. And it plays very similar rules. It's a lot of fun. I have not seen a kid that did not like playing it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've heard about inner tube, you know.
Yeah, the inner tube water polo is fun too, but the flag football, it's a little different, and it's something, we have that coming up. That typically we're trying to get that started in the rec centers in February, so reach out to your neighborhood rec and definitely inquire about it. If they don't know, they can probably refer you to somebody who does.
Well, I have a feeling, Brittany, that you would rather be over there. You would rather be over there with that team of yours, because I know you were a part of that. So I'm going to let you stroll over there, and then when you're done, just come back to me and we'll close it out here. How's that sound?
All right, we'll see. All right, thank you.
Make sure they get you back here. So folks, we're going to be right back. You're going to see a lot of happy people and a lot of plaques given out to our outstanding swimmers.
Would you like to stay involved in America's favorite pastime game? If you love the sport of baseball and have some free time, then say yes to umpiring. There's a shortage of umpires in the Cleveland area, which means plenty of opportunity to work baseball and softball games in the Cleveland recreational leagues this summer. Training classes will start in February. To get the best seat in the house and earn additional income, contact Colin Robertson, President of the Greater Cleveland Umpires Association, at 216-314-5594 or email CROBERTN50@gmail.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
Welcome back one more time. It's the 2002 Winter Swim Meet from Estabrook. First, we're going to give out the outstanding swimmers for the butterfly event. Then we'll have outstanding swimmers in each age group. And we will have our team awards for first, second, and third place. Starting with the butterfly, 10 and under in the boys. In second place from gunning, Chase Suarez. In first place from gunning, Melanie Aceves. Correction, Adam Madugla. I've been messing this up. You got you, Adam? There we go. In the girls, 10 and under. In second place, Zuri Brown. Thurgood Marshall. There you go, Zuri. In first place from gunning, Melanie Estevez. And in the boys 11 and 12, in third place from gunning, Ariane Velouge. In second place from Thurgood Marshall, Naeem Hamid. And in first place from gunning, Anderson Feliciano. In the 11 and 12 girls, in third place from Glenville, Kenyanya Brooks. In second place from gunning, Olivia Suarez. In first place from gunning, Emma Popa. In the 13-14 boys, in third place from gunning, Brandon Estevez. In second place from Thurgood Marshall, Deshaun Taylor. And in first place from gunning, Kawani Meredith. In the 13-14 girls, in second place from gunning, Miriam Escobar. In first place from gunning, Alicia Pope. In second place, in the 15-18 boys from Glenville, Brandon Jones. In first place from gunning, Kanaya Hanley. And our girls champion in the 15 to 17 from gunning, Angel Sugar. So next we will go to our outstanding, Crescendo relays. Crescendo relays, we just want to announce the boys from gunning. You have another medal to pick up here. And the girls, you have another medal for the runner-up. So please come up with your awards. We'll introduce you to Crescendo relays. I'll tell you, they got a lot of medals, a lot of awards. First of all, the runner-up was the girls from gunning, Melanie, Olivia, Miriam, and Angel. And the boys were the champions in this year. They came from gunning. It's Chase, Ariana, Brandon, and Kanaya. So next is the outstanding swimmers in each age group. We're going to ask that you come up right now. First of all, the boys 10 and under is a young man out of Thurgood Marshall, Adam Madugla. The girls from Glenville, Jaleel Walker. Now, the next one, both of them won twice, also came in second twice, and also the score between them in the medley was a difference of 1 second. Therefore, we are going to award both of them the outstanding swimmer today in the boys 11 and 12. It'll be Naeem Hamid and Anderson Feliciano. Both of you come on up. We'll have you guys hold together. We're going to get you both your own plaques. What an effort they did today. They deserve a round of applause. In the girls, 11 and 12 from Gunning. She cleaned the house, Emma Popa. In the boys, 13 and 14 from Gunning. Won 4 of them. Kawane Meredith. Let's go. Where are you at? In the next one, in the girls, you talk about a clean sweep, 8 done in the same household, Alicia Popa. In the boys, 15 to 18. From Gunning, clean sweep again, Kanye Henley. And in the girls, 15 to 18. What an outstanding job also from Gunning, Angel Sugar. And now, finishing team scores, finishing in 3rd place with 75 points. They're from Glenville. Take them up there, coach. Take them up there and put it up on the wall over there. And in 2nd place, they're from Thurgood Marshall, 115 points. Come on up here, Thurgood. You take that back and put it in there with pride. And this was close. We had to keep an eye on them. A lot of qualifiers. The girls and the boys did their part. My partner has disappeared, so I have a hunch I know where she's at. But our champions for the 2022, with an overwhelming score of 309 points, it's the Gunning Park Gators. It is so fitting here today that we look at all the smiling faces. First of all, I know my partner Brittany Moore is with her team, but obviously, folks, it's been a great day here for a lot of children. And we, first of all, from all of us here at Esbrook, we want to wish you a very, very happy holiday and a safe and New Year as it's around the corner. As we know, we just passed the holidays, but it means so much whatsoever. But again, thank you so much for being part of this 2022 winner. Again, for the folks at TV 20 that has done a great job for us all year, we can't be remiss and leave without a special tribute and thanks to them. Again, we start with our camera people, Eddie Malone, Henry Piccherna. Let me get this. And The crowd is taken over, and I'm trying to find my list of those names. I know I wrote it down here somewhere, but of course they switched it on me. Anyway, Doug Phil, Ralston Dowse, Dan Monroe, Henry Picterna on camera, Dan Monroe on camera, Adam Rosinskis on audio, Eddie Malone, been on this camera every year when it comes to the swim meet, Jeff Casada, Alex Paterna on graphic, Alex Bedard on replay, our technical director, Ralston Dowse, and our director, Doug Phil. From all of them at TV 20 and everyone here, happy holidays, everyone, and we'll see you in 2023.